For years, electric cars have been heralded as the ultimate solution to combat climate change and reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Advertised as clean, efficient, and eco-friendly, these vehicles have gained massive traction worldwide. Governments have offered incentives, manufacturers have embraced the green narrative, and consumers have jumped on the bandwagon, believing they were making an impactful choice. But is the reality of electric cars as perfect as it seems? The truth is more complex and reveals a narrative that might not be as green as advertised. While it's true that electric vehicles produce no tailpipe emissions, their environmental footprint goes far beyond the absence of exhaust fumes. Let's start with the production process. The batteries that power electric vehicles rely heavily on rare earth metals like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Mining these materials is not only energy-intensive, but also devastating for local ecosystems. Regions where these resources are extracted often face deforestation, water pollution, and unsafe labor conditions for workers. These costs are often ignored when we celebrate the clean nature of electric vehicles. Moreover, the electricity that powers these vehicles isn't always as green as one might think. In many parts of the world, the power grid still relies heavily on coal, natural gas, and other fossil fuels. Charging an electric car from a coal-powered grid essentially shifts emissions from the car itself to a distant power plant. This raises the question, are electric vehicles truly reducing overall emissions, or are they simply relocating the problem? Another overlooked aspect is the end-of-life process for electric vehicle batteries. Recycling these massive, complex batteries is a challenge the industry has yet to fully solve. As electric vehicles grow in popularity, so does the looming issue of battery disposal. If not handled responsibly, discarded batteries can lead to long-term environmental harm, including groundwater contamination and the release of toxic chemicals. Perhaps the greatest irony is that the push for electric vehicles has often served to distract from a more fundamental issue: overconsumption. Instead of reducing our reliance on cars altogether by promoting public transportation, biking, and urban planning designed for pedestrians, we've funneled resources into replacing one kind of car with another. This doesn't address traffic congestion, urban sprawl, or the broader need to rethink how we move as a society. None of this is to say that electric vehicles don't have a role in transitioning to a greener future. They represent a technological step forward and a necessary part of reducing emissions from transportation. But to paint them as a flawless solution is misleading. The hype around EVs often ignores the nuanced realities of their production, energy consumption, and disposal. The truth is, no single solution can save the world. Progress requires a combination of technologies, systemic changes, and, most importantly, a shift in how we think about consumption and sustainability. Electric cars aren't the villains of this story, but they aren't the unblemished heroes we were led to believe either. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. See you next time.